Hi, everybody. I'm Kare, and I want to introduce you to the Neem Queen, a really special woman who I met on the internet through. She was buying I Hercules from Master Lama Rasaji. So she's in my group, and we got talking, and we just like bonded because we're so much alike. And she is an expert on neem, which is a tree that grows in. I mean, I've known about neem for a long time, how powerful it is, but she just opened my eyes to a whole lot more about it. So Pamela Stanford, can you tell us about neem and how you actually got started? What, what brought you to be the neem queen?
Well, many, many years ago, I was diagnosed as fluoride and mercury poisoned
Oh,
and had a complete physical mental breakdown. And then after recuperating, I had to figure out number one, what happened, and two, how to detox my body. So when I was poisoned with the fluoride and mercury, had my entire mouth restored. All those silver fillings were really amalgams.
oh yeah.
And then as the sources of fluoride, which is your toothpaste, which is your water, the list go on. So that's the first thing. And then now how to detox my body of those things that had been either injected, added, drunk, whatever.
And it has to be natural. You can't do
Yeah,
it any other way but natural.
yeah, yeah. And neem is one of the it's just a cure-all. But so what I did is I started taking neem capsules, thinking that I was just going to go after those parasites and pathogens. Those are natural type of things.
Mhm.
And lo and behold, I felt better. And I learned through the process, it's a blood purifier of heavy metals. It's anti-parasitic, it's antifungal, it's antibacterial, anti-malarial. I
Wow.
mean, the list goes on. It's basically, to me, the anti-X. You just fill in the blank, and it's
Eh,
all natural.
I like
So,
that.
so what I started doing is taking the capsules, thinking it was just going to get rid of 220 parasites and pathogens. Lo and behold, my blood test came back straight on. No problems with anything.
All
And
those heavy metals were gone.
gone, gone.
That's
And
awesome.
it was through the blood test. Yeah, and I said, oh my golly, this is wonderful. So that's how I got into it, is through a naturopath. And she basically said it gets rid of 220 parasites and pathogens. And I said, well, I've done extensive travel all the way down to Costa Rica and back, whatever. I know I've got parasites somewhere. And
Everybody does, don't they?
yeah, uh, absolutely,
You
as well
never
as
hear
our
a doctor.
pets.
You never hear a doctor talk about, oh, you've got parasites. If you say, I think I have parasites, they think you're crazy.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly right. So that's how I got into it. So I started taking the capsules, and drinking tea. And I also gave anybody who worked for me, they would have to be on the capsules. My pets, I put a little bit of neem leaf powder on their food. They started acting like puppies. Every place. See, I didn't realize it was a blood purifier. I still think it's just getting rid of parasites and pathogens. And
Yeah.
lo and behold, and so the dog started acting like puppies. And every place that they would go outside and do their thing, it would be beautiful green
Oh my
grass.
gosh.
Oh yeah, and
Love that.
flies would not land on it. That's a thing.
Interesting.
I had no idea that it was also EPA approved for organic gardening.
But
So,
I water my garden with neem. I
yeah,
put my, yeah.
yeah. So,
Wow.
so what I was doing at the time is I would go to a spin class with my husband, and my husband would sit and he was on the neem capsules also, and he would be in the front row going level 10 uh, for a whole hour, and I'm in the back. I'm a retired PE teacher. I'd be in the back row underneath the clock, taking my water and dripping it on my shirt so that people would think I was really exercising, and waiting for the hour to be over. After 3 months, I'm telling you, I was in the front row going level 10 and wanting more. And you can't fake that.
You know, the most important thing that we can be doing is cleaning out our bodies. And cleaning them out of what? All those pathogens, all those parasites, you know, and that combined with Hercules, which opens the blood and cleans the blood and, you know, opens the circulation. We're cleaning things out. You said something to me the other day that just, I wrote it down because it's so important, that this prepares our vessels for higher frequencies.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And I've learned that.
This is, I mean, that gives me chills to say that, because that is such a high statement, but that's where I'm at. That's where you're at.
Yeah.
Getting the cleanest vessels.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
Highest frequencies. Well, I want to show you all something. Okay. Now I started with the Neem Tea, and I drink a big cup of it every single day. And I have the capsules, and she's got all sorts of creams. I want the soaps and the there was something else that I didn't get that I wanted. What was that? Oh, well, I'll think of that later. But I started with the tea, and I want to show you. So I have a cup of tea here. Oh, these little tea bags that are made, what are they made out of?
It's biodegradable. They're specially made. They're pyramid tea bags. And then of course you see the little tab. I love to be creative. It has walk in good health, or my two little footprints.
Yeah, little footprints. Yeah, it's adorable. Okay, so this is what I've been doing every day, and sometimes I drink more than one cup. That is the Neem Tea face, because, and I've been drinking this for quite a while now, and I still make that face when I sip it. It is the most bitter thing you can possibly do, right?
Bitter is better.
Yeah, it's like Hercules is bitter, but not as bitter as this.
Yep, yeah.
So
that's why it's so easy for me with Hercules, is that it's bitter, but I am so used to it that my body craves it. And you'll find out that at day 14 of drinking your tea, your body will crave it. It knows what's good for it.
I'm there. I still make the face, but my body craves it. But this is something that actually came to me this morning when I was out in the garden doing Tai Chi Gong, is that, you know, pathogens and parasites all crave sweet. And look at our foods. I mean, you can't buy a processed food that doesn't have sugar in it. Try to find them. Like maybe 1% of the products don't have sugar in them. Sugar feeds pathogens, right?
Right.
But you know what pathogens don't like? I'm not telling you, you know this, but this was my aha. Pathogens hate bitter.
Mm-hmm.
They hate bitter. And all we've been doing is feeding them.
Mm-hmm.
Now we can starve them. What does this actually do to them?
Well, it's known as also a non-feedant. That's a real important word to understand, a non-feedant. Pathogens and parasites, what I have learned, all have a life cycle. Mm-hmm. And what Neem does as a non-feedant, it stops them from reproducing.
Ah.
Yeah, because they need your blood to reproduce. So it's all about the blood. And that's what the Neem does. It's a non-feedant, and it's already EPA approved for organic gardening. So when we put the leaves in, the neem leaf or the neem bark, but specifically the neem leaves, because it's so bitter, it stays into our blood system, you know, and it gets sloughed off. It also boosts your immune system to be able to, you know, to remove these from your from your system.
I love it. Now,
But
the neem,
it kills them, is what it does. They
that was,
just can't, they
that
just
was
can't
the short
reproduce.
answer. It kills them.
It kills them. Exactly. And then you feel better, and you go out, you start walking, you start sweating, you know. Being
Well,
the PE teacher, I'll tell you how to, physically get rid of them.
yeah.
So yeah, but when you're overladen, with these things, you don't feel good. You know.
And they're so tough. They're resistant to all the antibacterials and stuff, They're resistant to so many things. So the only thing you can do is starve them or kill them.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, you kill them before they kill you. That's short and sweet.
And so many people, I mean, okay, this will give away my age. When I was a little girl, my mother would, and I don't know what she gave us, she would worm the dogs every year and the kids. So
Was it castor oil?
maybe probably, yeah, but it was for the purpose of warming us, parasites, and everybody has them. And today it's like, I don't know, it's maybe because the pharmaceutical companies don't know how to kill them. But the doctors don't talk about that. I mean, it's crazy because they're a part of our environment and we're getting them. And it's just important that we clean our vessels. So that's why I wanted to introduce you to Pamela, the Neem Queen. Now, usually, like when I learned about neem, the trees grew in India, and it has been used for like 6,000 years as a medicine, medicinal. Tell me about your neem. Where is it grown, and why is yours better than anything else we can get?
Good, very good question. Well, the freshest, the better. You want it fresh, but starting off.
You can see these. This in my tea. It comes in so green.
Oh, it does.
You can see the leaves. You can tell this is real and it's just not ground up to a powder. You can see the leaves.
Well, many years ago, when I realized how important this was to get rid of parasites, not even knowing that it's the blood purifier. Other countries are able to label it blood purifier, blood cleanser. We can't. You can't even mention scabies. You get sort of scabies lice, they throw you off, So what I did is, manufacturing is my forte. So I'm the only American manufacturer of neem products here in America. Ours comes from Central America, or the Yucatan. My husband has his PhD in Spanish. We've traveled all over, had property in Costa Rica, the whole bit, and that's where it's made. It's the freshest in the world. And when the order is placed, it gets prepared, hand dried. To me, it's green gold, because it is just so fresh, and which means potent,
Yeah.
So that's where it comes from. And I've been doing it for so long that it goes through customs, FDA approved, all of that stuff. So
I can tell you're real meticulous with being pure and clean and.
Yeah. Well, manufacturing's my forte. And I started off, this was for me. And as far as I'm concerned, I love the best. That's why I like your product. It goes hand in hand.
Boy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I love it.
And I know extracts, so I'm real happy with it all, And the neat thing is to be able to help people feel better. Nothing's worse than feeling bad, not happy, sad.
Yeah.
And it does the trick, and the goal is to feel a little bit better each day, just a little bit better.
I love this, and my body craves it. And I never liked bitter. I mean, but who does like bitter? My grandbabies, because they haven't had a lot of sugar to yeah, and I haven't had sugar for a long time now, but we've got to clean the vessel to prepare for the higher frequencies. I just keep going back to that because that's what I'm doing with my Tai Chi Gong. That's what I'm doing with the way I eat, pretty much all raw or natural green, everything.
Yeah.
Got my green drink right here.
It works, and the synergy is amazing. It just all works together.
Well, the thing that I have found with I just want to talk about you because I love who you are. I mean, we so bonded when we first talked. It was like catching up. I think, we're coming back together. The people that I have met through Master Lama Rasaji's group, are so ahead of the time, are so conscious, are so way showers.
Yeah.
And that's definitely who you are. And I am so grateful that you could take your time today to show us a little bit more about this. I remembered the other product that I haven't tried of yours that I've always gotten at the health food stores, toothpaste, Neem toothpaste.
Mm-hmm.
But I want yours and I want your soaps. I mean, I got a care package. She does what I do. When I send a box from my house, I wrap it up with a bow, and put all the sorts of neat little things in. I opened up her box and there's paper and there's presents and it's like, you can tell when somebody really cares, when they care about their product, when they care about their customers. So
yeah,
Pamela, the Neem Queen. What else would you like to share with our group?
Oh my goodness. I mean, I could rattle on forever. Yeah. We try to, in each one of those boxes, it is wrapped. It's give yourself a gift of good health. And it's the beginning of doing just that. And by drinking the tea, feeling a little bit better each day. And it's neat to be able to take a photo of yourself drinking that, or a video drinking that first cup. I still have mine. I think it's on my website somewhere. Yeah. But it doesn't get you ready for bitter. But it's like doing penance. A lot of this stuff, we need to get rid of. So when you drink your tea, you just do your penance. You're going to get better. You're going to get rid of it, whatever it is.
Parasites and pathogens.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Well,
it is, and it's a good feeling not to have parasites and pathogens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so what you do? So the goal is you put it inside into your system. It helps your digestive system, your blood work, cleanses, and then on the outside you have symptoms of a disease. I do a shingle relief cream. I mean, these are things that will eventually go away, but it's very irritating. The pain relief, things to, of course, everything has neem in it, things to cleanse the outside of your body too. So you start with the inside, work on the outside.
Well, and the same thing with your soaps and your toothpastes. I mean, let's just get this cleaned out.
Yeah. It's called getting neemed.
Getting neemed. All right. Well, I'm getting neemed.
Yeah. Got neem. So it's fun. It's fun.
Well, I so appreciate you coming and sharing this with us. I will have a link on here that you can go right to her website. And I also will have this in my newsletter, the care package. And I just, this is something that's always going to be on my, on my shelf and in my body on a daily basis. So thank you so much for being as particular and caring about people to bring this out and bring it out in a way that we can all afford and we can all make use of, and it can help us on our journey. Because boy, we are in critical times right now. And the most important thing we can be doing is taking care of our health
Mhm.
and getting cleaned out so we can get the inspiration, you
That's
get
exactly right.
downloads. It all is important.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll find that it'll help prevent any type of malady also. I mean, you want to be defended from
Absolutely.
after you drinking the tea and things like that, you repel mosquitoes, you repel fleas and ticks.
That I
Yeah.
need. But
You got it.
you know what? I had forgotten that you had said that. Not
Yeah.
yes and no, but I've been sitting in my garden. I do my Tai Chi Gong every morning and my writing and meditation in the garden. And this is the time of the year in Florida where there's a lot of mosquitoes.
Mhm.
I have not been being bitten, and I'm usually a magnet. So I bet you I'm gonna
Yeah.
drink more of this.
That's exactly right. It's really beneficial. And we do have all these different type of inserts because I find I do say the same thing over and over again. We have the Neem 101. You get to find out, what
That comes in every package.
different product. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically educating. And
Yeah,
then
that's
we
who I
have
am. It's like you were a PE teacher.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
in our blood to tell people this stuff.
Yeah, how high to jump. That's exactly right. That's what my husband would say. But then I also have a 30-day challenge, which is just a cup of neem tea a day. And what I do is I even cheat a little bit. I'll do a cup and I'll keep adding the water to it to infuse it with the neem leaves.
Yes, and I do not throw these away. I put them in my compost. And I'm also now, because I talked to you the other day, putting them in a big pitcher of water so that I will water my plants with that.
Good. I do.
I have a really big outdoor garden, but I've got a big indoor vegetable garden as well. So that's what I'm going to start doing. I've almost got a gallon thing full of a lot of these now. So I'm going to go.
This neem tea keeps on giving. It does.
It does.
It helps us and the garden. Yeah, the plants love it. And I use that same water that you have in the gallon jug. I use it, the infused leaves into it in my dog's dishes. So they also are ingesting the neem leaf.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's what I like. God gave us so many plants and herbs, and everything can be healed and cured with that. Of course, we're not supposed to use those words, but the body can heal anything if it's got what it needs.
Yeah.
I think it also needs neem.
Yes.
One of the plants from the garden.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Blessings for your health, everybody. Thank you, Pamela, for sharing this with us today.
My pleasure.
Check out our website. Bye-bye.